welcome to wrestling and welcome to our pay-per-view post-mortem for WWE Evolution Ladies Night. And the first thing that we noted was, why was Michael Cole there?
I don't know, he just turned up, didn't he?
I was fuming.
He wasn't there for like pretty much all at pre-show, and then in the last 10 minutes he just came out. And then he was like, oh yeah, I'm commentating.
I assumed it was going to be Renee and Beth Phoenix all night.
Well, I thought it was going to be like all women, like event, but
then all of a sudden Michael was there.
He just turned up. I don't know why.
Anyway, the first match was Lita and Trish versus Alicia and Mickey. So you were correct in saying that Alexa couldn't wrestle.
Yep, you heard it here first.
Breaking news.
Breaking news, yeah.
Alexa did a bit of a promo before the match.
Yeah.
I think that was like her own involvement there.
Yeah, they just had to give us.
But she did run a little bit of interference, didn't she?
Yeah, but I presume she couldn't take like a hit or anything. So.
What happened then? You said you knew what happened to her.
Apparently Ronda Rousey punched her on a house show and it broke her nose and gave her concussion.
She didn't look like she had a broken nose though.
No, I didn't think so.
She didn't sound like she had one either.
No, but it might have happened, it did happen like 2 weeks ago or something, didn't it?
Right, okay.
So I don't know, maybe it's a bit better.
So this match, it started a little bit slow.
Yeah.
Lita, I know that she does wrestle still, and she has been wrestling, not as often as she used to, but
yeah, she was a bit slow.
She had a little bit ring rust was going on to start with, yeah. We got poetry in motion, which was good, between Trish and Lita. I enjoyed that. Then there was the obvious sort of moment between Trish and Mickey, sort of calling back to their big rivalry that they had. Little stare down they did. They got tied up in the turnbuckle, and we got the stratosphere from Trish. Lita was going for her high risk stuff, but Alexa Bliss, this is what we were saying, she did a little bit of interference. She dragged her off the turnbuckle. Apparently the ref
was just looking straight at her. I was like, what?
I didn't actually see that.
Well, this happened loads through the night when people interfered and the ref was just sort of like stood looking. It was worse in the Ronda Rousey match later on in the night.
Yeah, you guys kept mentioning that the refs sort of were looking at things when they shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
A little bit of, I guess, mistiming going on there. We got a flurry of moves from the babyface team, all the finishers, Stratisfaction, Twist of Fate, Lita Assault, Chick Kick, and then a 1, 2, 3, and it was exactly how we sort of thought it was going to be.
We both predicted that right, didn't we?
Yeah.
To open up the night with the sort of the old guard winning.
Yeah. So sort of okay start there.
Yeah.
Nice little nostalgia pop.
Made sense. The next bit was probably one of my more favoured matches.
Yeah.
Quite a fun match actually.
Was, yeah. Battle Royale.
Yeah, where every single person got an entrance.
Yeah, I was surprised at this. Because we were sat watching and Adam goes, I think they're all getting an entrance. I was like, there can't be. There was 20, wasn't it? 20.
Yeah.
But then when, I think it was Naomi came down first, and she got to the ring, there was no one in the ring, so I was like, oh yeah, there must be all getting an entrance. And they did.
Yeah, and everyone
was quite surprised at that.
Yeah.
Iconics came out last, and they did their usual annoying promo that they do.
Yeah.
Basically slagging everyone off. And they lasted about 10 seconds in the match.
Yeah.
Which was so obvious.
It was, we said as soon as they started cutting the promo, we're like, well, they're getting thrown out.
I think the crowd actually booed that, I think they wanted the Iconics to last a little bit longer.
And then, as soon as the Iconics got thrown out, all the older wrestlers were sort of surrounded by all the new ones, weren't they? And they had a bit of a...
Yeah, there was like an old guard versus the new guard.
Yeah, face off.
Which they do quite often with these sort of matches, but
yeah,
it's always cool to see, I guess.
Yeah, it was good.
Mandy and Sonia were basically destroying everyone.
Yeah, they were taking out everybody.
Took all the legends out, didn't they?
Yeah. Before they teamed up, Sonia was on the outside, and they knocked someone out. And then
I can't remember who now.
No, I can't remember who, but as she was sort of celebrating on the outside, like apron, Mandy sort of betrayed her and pushed her off.
Yeah, which
she weren't happy about.
Interesting. They're going with the whole friendship thing, I guess.
Well, I presume obviously They need to do something now that the Absolution is over.
They do need to move them on, don't they? I guess.
So maybe they can make a little feud between them or something like that. Give them a bit of story.
So, whilst all this was going on, I haven't been able to note down everything because obviously, like you guys, I wanted you to enjoy the match as well. But Alundra Blaze was in the match at 54, and she was wrecking. She was killing everyone. She was doing like so well. But eventually, Nia Jax dumped her out of the over the top rope. Then we had a little bit of a Nia and Tamina face off, and I've realised, I've seen on Twitter since they did Roman's thing for Roman, because obviously they're both of the Samoan thing. So the bit where they were facing off and then they did the ooh-ah, that was cool. They were destroying everyone, and then eventually Nia power slammed Tamina. We got a quad suplex.
That was weird.
It's something that they've been. They've done a couple of triple suplexes recently, so I'm sure it shifted the ring when Nia went over. It was heavy.
Yeah, it was. The next bit was good, really.
Well, go on then. Why was it good?
Just Carmella doing a little dancing. She started doing all Fortnite dances, and she was loving it. And then Ivory joined in.
Yeah, it was great.
Ivory's 56.
Is she really?
Doesn't look like it.
No, I like Ivory.
56.
I didn't know she was 56. I mean, I know she's been wrestling for ages. Because she was in the original Glow.
She looked good for 56.
She was in what is it? Glory?
Glow.
Glorious Ladies of Wrestling. I think that's what it is. Is it? No, it's Gloria.
Glow.
Glow,
is it?
Yeah, it spells Glow, She was in that, which was in the 80s. So, basically everyone was down in the ring, and then Carmella got to do her 7-second dance thing. And Ivory runs over, and you're thinking, Ivory's gonna knock her out or something, but she joined in.
And R-Truth was loving it on the outside.
Truth was watching on. Mandy Rose went after Ivory whilst this was happening. But her and Carmella teamed up to get rid of Mandy Rose. Now this gets to the point where I start skipping some eliminations, so I do apologise. But Ember Moon got a big suplex on Dana and sent her over the top. Then we got Ember and Asuka, which was a nice callback, which I didn't realise. I think, was it you that mentioned this? A little bit of a callback to their NXT rivalry.
Yeah, because Ember never beat her, did she?
She couldn't beat her.
No.
And then Asuka relinquished the title to move up.
Yeah, and Ember got it.
So the crowd started chanting the NXT. And then Ember managed to dump Asuka out.
Yeah, who was my pick.
Yes.
Was that our picks going against each other, weren't
they? Yeah, they were, so that was nice. That was a nice little bit of storytelling, I thought. Because Ember celebrated it like, I finally managed to beat her in a way. So that was good. And then she got rid of Tamina not long after that.
At that point I was thinking, she's going to go win it then.
So we were left with Nia and Ember, and we thought this was the last two. But Zelina Vega was actually
I don't know where she came from.
She'd been hiding. She took them both over the top and did the whole thing where she turns around too quick thinking she'd got rid of him. She was celebrating. Nia comes back and basically throws Zelina out of the ring onto Tamina.
Oh yeah, that looked brutal, that didn't it? Hit her right in the face with her.
Yeah, she did, so Ember then tries to capitalise on this, trying to run in and doing the clothesline on Nia, but obviously Nia's a big lady, so she's a bit difficult to get over the top. And basically Nia was too strong for her and got rid of Ember and wins. So I think I picked Ember for this and you picked Asuka, but Nia was the sort of the one that we both had as our second pick.
Yeah, pretty much.
So obviously she just won the People's Choice Award.
I wasn't a big fan of her winning this though.
No, I would have preferred to see. I think that's why I picked Ember because she's been getting a bit of a run recently, and I thought it'd be nice to see someone new.
Yeah, well, obviously, whoever wins this was going to face the champion of either SmackDown or Raw, and I just thought like we haven't seen Asuka versus Becky, we haven't seen Ember versus Rousey, but we've already seen Nia versus.
I agree with
Ronda.
So, but still, Nia's a legitimate opponent, I guess.
But will she now turn heel because Rousey's face? Or will Rousey turn heel?
Who knows? I guess we're going to find out.
I don't think they'll turn Rousey heel.
I do think that we'll be leading into a match where Rousey's not allowed to use her armbar. I think that's going to have to be a storyline at some point because. And we'll get to that later on in this discussion. But that is the most protected finisher in the company, and we've said it probably 6 times since we started this show. Charlie does a interview with Nia in the ring afterwards, and it's a super babyface sort of promo afterwards.
And then she did the whole weird cry thing, which
cry face. Good luck to whoever comes out with the Raw Women's title later on tonight, but I'm going to take it off them. She goes outside and she gives the Rock's mum a hug.
Yeah, and at that point I thought Rock confirmed, but he never turned up, unfortunately.
It would have been nice if you could have come and sort of presented Nia an award or something. That would have been cool. But it was ladies' night.
Yeah, no problem.
Although if Michael can be there.
Yeah.
Okay, next we get the Mae Young Classic Season 2 final. We have a lady ref, which was good to see. Io comes out with a flurry of moves. You know, she going at it with Toni Storm. And then after that, it was a bunch of holds, so it slowed down after the initial flurry of moves. Eventually, it started to pick up, and we got a beautiful moonsault from Io.
Yeah.
What was her nickname?
To the outside.
Short nickname. Something about flying through the sky. I can't remember now.
Yeah, what was it?
Can't remember. But she has a nickname to do with it all.
Genius.
Genius of the Sky.
Genius
That's
of the
it.
Sky.
Yeah, well done. Toni Storm does a massive headbutt. They're fighting on the ring apron. Big headbutt. And then she does a German suplex on the ring edge.
It looked brutal, didn't it?
It did look gnarly.
Which we were reminded is the hardest part of the ring.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I think it was Beth Phoenix that said that,
Yeah.
Toni Storm does a finisher, the Storm Zero.
Yeah,
it's like a little pop-up. I don't know how to describe it.
It's weird, but it looks good.
It looks like she's going to do like a pedigree.
Yeah.
But then she pops them up and does kind of like a sit-out powerbomb.
Yeah.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, it does look good.
Io gets a 619 in, and then she does a springboard into like a roll-up, wasn't it? It's kind of like...
Yeah, apparently it's one of her moves she does quite often.
And it was a really close fall.
Yeah,
I thought she'd won it at that point. She went for another moonsault, but Toni Storm had her knees up, and then she hits the Storm Zero again, and she wins.
Yeah.
So, for not knowing what these two wrestlers are about or anything, because we don't know them or anything, I thought it was a decent match. Once it got going.
Yeah, I thought it was good. It was alright.
Yeah.
And I didn't realise that Storm's going to be on the NXT UK now. So.
And that's something to mention as well. The NXT women's match, the NXT UK women's match was dropped from the show.
Yeah.
So it was on the list initially.
Yeah.
And then as the night went on, we were sort of saying, where's the NXT UK girls? I think Rhea Ripley was in the crowd.
Yeah, she was in the crowd, I think.
But supposedly it was dropped because they haven't aired the taping where she wins the title. So I guess it wouldn't have made sense to have that match on there.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was a little bit of a shame because I was looking forward to seeing what she's all about. But we move on. Then we get the 6-woman tag match between Banks, Bailey, Natty and the Riot Squad.
Yeah, and I feel like this was, as we sort of predicted, was the match where we sort of we didn't really pay much attention to it, I don't think.
I saw lots of people saying that they really enjoyed this match, but I feel like we didn't get into it as much as
no,
people
and
did.
I think it's because like it's just one of those 6-woman tag matches which is thrown together. It had nothing riding on it. It didn't matter who won or lost. It didn't really matter, did it? It was just sort of, you're all on the show, here's a match.
And it was a shame to see Sasha and Bayley be in that position, because you know they both of them have really kicked ass in the last few years. So but that was where they were at. So Banks got a big double knees in early on. She was quite vicious again. I remember mentioning a couple of weeks ago. She seems to be wrestling in more like a vicious style at the minute. We got backstabber into the Bayley to belly, and I've put live here. Liv pushes Banks on top of the pin to break it.
Yeah.
There was a bit where Sasha Banks went to try and do a jump over the rope, and she got caught really badly in the top.
And then she sort of like rolled over in the corner. And they threw her right into the barricade on her head, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah, she actually smacked the back of her head on the guardrail. It was like the old school guardrails as well, wasn't it?
It looked good.
We've not mentioned, have we? It felt very much. We were saying early on, why is it so dark?
Yeah.
Are they hiding the fact that it hasn't sold out? But supposedly, it seems like maybe Triple H had more to do with this show than the normal.
It looked more like old school, didn't it? Then
it had a bit of an NXT vibe to it. Yeah. Which I guess was why everyone's really enjoyed the show. But yeah, she took a massive bang on the back of her head, and then they got her back in the ring, and she took like a big bump on the back of her neck. Yeah. Scares the shit out of me.
She loves taking bumps.
She's gonna end up really hurt. Please, Sasha, look after yourself. Riot Squad took over from this point on. There was a bit where, now, I don't know if this was because we weren't paying attention, but they were saying something about, I think Bayley tried to like take a bullet for Banks. Like, I don't know if it was Ruby, I can't remember now, was on the top of the turnbuckle. Sasha was laid out, and I think like Bayley like jumped on top. I don't know. We should have paid more attention.
I didn't see it.
But yeah, she basically did a leg drop onto Bayley and Sasha. Yeah. They were like laid on top of each other. Natty gets in with a hot tag, and then they do sort of a similar thing, but in the reverse. She did a double sharpshooter. Yeah. They got away with that because Liv managed to get in and break that up. Babyface team hit all of their finishes from the turnbuckle. Well, Natty did her Judas power. Yeah. Power bomb type thing. And then the other two did their top rope moves, the big elbow and the knees again. I think it was. Yeah. And they win. Yeah. So the babyface team win, and that is what swung the predictions for the night, because that was the last thing that we went different on.
Yeah, we only went different on that and the Battle Royal, which neither of us won.
So we'll get to that later on now. Then we had the NXT Championship match. Again, I think this was one where we didn't know much about the two women. Like, I was kind of interested to see them, but I feel like this didn't live up to what I was expecting, because I heard such great things about both these wrestlers.
Yeah, it wasn't great, I don't think.
I think it was just an okay match. I don't think any of the matches were bad on this show. Yeah. Because I really enjoyed the overall show. Shayna Baszler started off doing a lot of joint manipulation, bending her.
Big Tech Baszler, as I now call her.
She was like bending her elbow all over the place, just minging. Kyrie got a big spear in. I think that was outside the ring. There was a bit where she was holding Kyrie up by her arm in the
that was weird, weren't it?
That looked really strange. I don't know how a lot of strength from both wrestlers to pull that one off. Kyrie does a crossbody from the turnbuckle. I think you missed this bit. This was a really cool bit.
Yeah. She said they'll show a replay,
Yeah.
and then the match ended.
They never showed it. She then sends Shayna over the guardrail into the NXT superstars that were there watching.
I honestly thought she threw into The Rock's mum.
Yeah. He was going, she threw into Rock's mum.
She didn't. Rock's mum had gone.
Shayna's mates interfere, and again this was a bit weird because the ref was kind of looking at it, but then nothing happened through that, and then Shayna managed to lock in her sleeper hold, and it went on for a while actually. It was like a good minute.
What's it called?
It's just a sleeper.
Yeah.
Oh, she got a special name for it?
Yeah.
Alright.
Whatever it's called.
Well, she had it in for about a minute, solid, and Kyrie got knocked out with sleeper hold. So Shayna Baszler is your new NXT Women's Champion.
Yeah.
Which we both predicted.
Yeah.
Right, on to what I thought was match of the night, but I think Adam thought the Battle Royale was better.
I just enjoyed the Battle Royale more, but this was good.
The SmackDown Women's Championship match. Big last woman standing match between Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. Started with a huge flourish, lots of sort of not high impact moves, but they were going at it. They were going at each other. Charlotte got a big boot in there really early on. Basically, both women just absolutely went at this match. They must have been shattered afterwards. They looked it as well, actually, didn't they? When they finished
afterwards.
Becky gets a kendo stick. She's just laying into Charlotte with it. Then there was this spot where they both started throwing chairs into the ring.
Yeah.
That was funny. It reminded me of the ECW when Paul Heyman had to tell the crowd to stop throwing chairs into the ring. Yeah, they were doing that for ages. Then a table comes out, but Becky decides she's going to run around and attack Charlotte now. Charlotte dumps Becky on the chairs. She goes for a moonsault later on onto the table, but it didn't work. They both kind of rolled off the table.
Yeah, so she set it back up again, and this time she did sort of like a front somersault.
Yeah, she did like a it was just like a somersault, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I guess she changed that just to make sure it worked.
Yeah.
Because she actually managed to put her through the table on the second attempt. That was a good spot. Becky then gets a ladder, or did Charlotte? I can't remember now. But Becky drops Charlotte on the ladder, and that looked like it hurt like a bitch.
Oh yeah.
Oof, right on the small of her back.
Yeah. And then Charlotte sort of did the. Is it the figure four?
Yeah, she did the figure four.
Yeah, and then bridged into the figure eight.
Through the ladder.
Like,
they were all tied up in the ladder.
Yeah, it looked weird. But, yeah, she manages to get out of that anyway. It doesn't keep her down.
Yeah, of course, because they've got to stay down for 10, haven't they? That's how they've got to win the matches. They're down for 10. Becky puts Charlotte through the table from the ladder, from the top of the ladder, with a leg drop. And then I've put this bit here. She puts all the chairs on top of Charlotte. And I'm trying to think if this was the bit outside the ring.
Yeah, where
it was outside
she threw her over the announce table, didn't she? And then she buried her under like about 3 announcement chairs and loads of steel chairs and tables, and somehow she wasn't even up at 9. But the ref stopped counting for some reason.
Yeah, the ref held on 9 a little bit, didn't she?
Yeah, a bit too long.
Was it the lady ref again?
No.
Was it Mike Kyoto? Yeah, it was Mike Kyoto.
Yeah.
And then after this, Charlotte like breaks out like the Hulk.
Oh yeah.
Her hair's all over the place, like all around her face like that.
And then she goes absolutely mental.
Yeah, she got the kendo stick again. And she went crazy with it. Then she hits a massive spear.
Yeah. But still doesn't keep Becky down.
No. She lines up for another moonsault onto the table, but Becky just...
Yeah, on the outside of the ring.
Yeah, it was on the outside, wasn't it? A lot of it was going on the outside. There was a bit where, I think there was a little bit early on as well, where Becky tried to like wander off again with her title. So they fought out outside. But yeah, she does some moonsault onto the table, but Becky does the whole cat-like agility thing.
Yeah. Gets
up on the turnbuckle, power bombs Charlotte through the table. It was a massive spot, huge impact, and Becky wins because Charlotte get back up from that.
Yeah.
Match of the night for me. Thought it was awesome. Went about 40 minutes. Really enjoyed it. I'm wondering where they go from here, or is that the end of it?
I think that'll be the end of it, surely.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think they'll keep it going.
Yeah, I think that'll be it now. I think that's the end.
Okay, Raw Championship, Women's Championship.
Yeah, last match of the night.
I was surprised at this. I think that maybe Charlotte and Becky should have gone last.
Yeah, I think they should have. Definitely.
Although this wasn't a bad match, this was, I think it was a decent match.
Yeah.
I thought Nikki showed she can still go when she needs to.
Yeah.
Anyway, Brie Bella comes down with the Bella-lution flag, sort of supporting her sister. I just thought that was interesting to know that she kept on the flag basically. She had the Bella-lution flag. Match starts, Ronda's flinging Nikki all over the place.
Yeah, she's
ragdolling her.
Yeah, sort of tormenting her, isn't she?
Then we get a bit of a distraction from Brie.
Yeah.
And again, I think this was another point where we were like, but the ref's looking.
Yeah, the ref was looking. But then this is where the match went downhill for me, when Nikki started dominating her, and
she got a lot of offense.
She got loads of offense, and then she was just dominated her. She was like out wrestling her, out tying her up, and.
But I think, to be fair, I think that I agree with you, but I think Nikki, she actually looked decent. Like she didn't. She can wrestle.
Yeah.
So, and they were playing up the fact that she's the more experienced wrestler. I know it's difficult to sort of understand because Ronda's a legitimate fighter and everything, but I don't know. It's kind of the story that they were trying to go with, and it was slightly annoying. I agree with you, but
the worst bit is it's when they build Ronda as like, oh, she's like been the champion in UFC. She won an Olympic medal or something like that.
She got bronze.
Yeah.
At
judo. Yeah, and she's like, and then Nikki Bella's out wrestling her and out tying her up and stuff like that. And but like if you want to put Ronda through as this like legitimate fighter, then just have a beat her. Just have her walk over everybody until like she can find someone that can like match up for a bit or something like that.
Well, like they're trying to position Nikki as that woman, I guess, which I agree with you. Yeah, is a little annoying, but that's what they want to do. So Ronda went for crossbody off the top, but Nikki evaded it.
Yeah.
This was a couple of little good evades at this point, actually, because they were very last second. And Nikki went, not long after this, Nikki went for a baseball slide on Ronda, and Ronda did like, I don't know how she did it, she sort of like popped up from there.
Oh yeah.
It was kind of like Shinsuke, what Shinsuke did. That was awesome. So Nikki went like sliding under the bottom rope. Ronda goes to hit the Rowdy Buster. Brie tries to stop it, but ends up stacked atop her sister, and it was a double.
Well, Brie sort of like put her hands on Rousey and that, and the ref was just staring at her.
Yeah, this was
do
weird.
Anything.
Yeah.
I was like, well, what is going on here?
Because that is interference, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's no two ways about that. But I guess they just wanted Ronda to do the double Rowdy Buster on.
Yeah.
So she stacked them up, and she hit that.
Yeah.
Which was actually quite dangerous. I'm surprised no one like clattered heads or anything on that one. Brie hits Ronda while the ref isn't looking. This was one spot where they actually got that correct at the time. And she sent Brie over the commentary table. Nikki hits a rack attack, and this was a really close fall. We were like, oh my god, we thought she'd won. It was like 2 9/10. It was so close. Ronda does, it was like a roll up off the turnbuckle. I don't know what you call it.
She like tried to transition from the turnbuckle into the armbar, like.
It was weird. I'd have to watch it again. I don't think she did it wrong. It just, I've never seen it before. It was bizarre. It looked bizarre.
It looked weird.
It was like a roll up off of the turnbuckle, and then she just transitioned it into the armbar. And of course, Nikki tapped within about 0.5 seconds.
Yeah, she lasted longer. She actually got into the armbar.
But it's the most protected finisher without a doubt.
Literally about a second.
Yeah.
It was done.
So, Ronda retains. Nia's watching backstage with her awkward angle, looking at the TV.
Oh yeah.
Because that of
Who
course
watches TV like that?
that's of course the next feud, I guess, that we're going to be seeing.
Yeah, well, I thought something was going to happen because normally the win and then it lingered, and then all it showed was Nia watching, and you're like, oh, was that it?
And then all the women are out on stage celebrating. I thought that I'm not a fan of when they do this. I can understand why they'd want to do it.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Becky and Ronda sort of picking up and tapping them together, and all the heels and faces were we're in celebrating, and it was weird.
But we're in a sort of post-kayfabe landscape now, aren't we? So
yeah, for sure.
But for me, it was a really, really good pay-per-view. I honestly thoroughly enjoyed it. I think I would give it at least an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah,
really enjoyed it. I hope we get another Evolution.
Well, we're getting another Crown Jewel.
Yeah,
so.
we're getting another Saudi show where the ladies can't wrestle. So surely we're going to get another ladies' night.
Evolution 2.
No, I want them to call it ladies' night. That would be cool. What did you think though, like, to the pay-per-view?
I thought it was alright. It was quite fun. There was some good bits, like the Battle Royale was fun. I think that Becky and Charlotte should have probably headlined.
Yeah.
With their last woman standing match.
I agree. That
it was decent for a show that hadn't really had much build up to it.
Yeah, the build's been pretty weak, hasn't it? Considering.
They've been building up for the Australian one and the Saudi one a bit more than this.
Maybe that benefited it though. It didn't have so much build.
I hadn't really got any expectations.
Yeah.
But it was quite a fun show. It was alright.
But if they do it again, if they do another ladies' night, please, Michael Cole, we don't want him there. Just let Renee and Beth do it. Yeah. I know that he's a seasoned veteran and everything, and maybe they were a bit nervous about letting 2 commentary rookies technically. Beth's only been in it for a couple of years, I guess. Yeah. But just have a bit of confidence in them. Let them do it. We don't need Maggle there. Anyway, the predictions were won by this man. So he is the inaugural champion of the pay-per-view predictions trophy.
I feel a bit like Braun Strowman here.
Yeah. I don't have a green belt for you.
Yeah, it's like my little trophy now.
So from now on, well, until Crown Jewel, which is this week,
Friday,
the trophy will sit at this side of the table for Adam.
Yeah.
And I will see if I can win it back off him. We'll have our Crown Jewel predictions coming up.
Could be the shortest reign in the history of the trophy.
It could be, yeah. Make sure to subscribe, like this video if you've enjoyed our recap, our retelling of WWE Evolution, and we will see you for pay-per-view predictions for Crown Jewel, Raw replay and SmackDown synopsis later on this week. Goodbye.